And there's a look south down the Humber River. And hey everyone, it is Thursday, March 23rd. The time is 11:53 a.m. and the temperature right now is around 8 degrees Celsius. And I am here on an overpass that heads over the Humber River, of course. And I'm currently walking west. And on the west side of the Humber is the former city of Etobicoke. And off to the east is the old city of Toronto, which of course formed when the megacity was created back in the late 90s. And there is Old Mill subway station. And for this one, I'll be taking a walk through the Old Mill neighborhood. I'll be making my way over to the intersection of Annette and Jane Street. And the Humber River Recreational Trail is just down below here. And there is also a plaque right down there that commemorates Hurricane Hazel. That was the largest natural disaster to hit the city of Toronto. And that occurred back in October of 1954. And there's a sign indicating the Old Mill Inn and Spa. Turn right at the lights. And there's the Old Mill there. So I'll be taking a walk by that property and then crossing the Humber River again. Then I'll be heading northeast up to the intersection of Jane and Annette. And what's unique about this subway station is to the east there, it is above ground. But the western end of this platform is below grade. I don't know if Toronto has any other subway stations with that configuration. And you can head down these steps to the Humber River. It's interesting how English is the third language on that Canadian Heritage River System sign. So I'm making my way over to a cafe, and I was supposed to be there at noon. And I left my apartment in time. I even gave myself about a 5-minute buffer. But of course, the Toronto Transit Commission had other ideas. It took about 15 minutes to get a train at Eglinton. And then when I did get on it, it slowly crawled all the way down to Bloor. So this is Old Mill Trail here. And then the westbound train I got on at line 2 was crawling along as well as frequently stopping. It stopped about 3 times for 90 seconds at a time. So it should have been a simple and quick journey. It took about half an hour too long. There's the entrance to the station. And that opened back in 1968. And another unique thing about the station is the bus bay here, which serves the 66A and B buses, is not part of the fare paid zone in the subway station. That's another oddity of this station. And I'm sure it's led to lots of people being charged an extra fares once you get into the station, or rather tap onto a TTC vehicle. You have 2 hours before you get charged another fare, but if you're connecting to a bus or getting off a bus and going into the subway, you have to tap again. And if 2 hours had gone by, you'll be charged another fare, where that wouldn't be the case at most other stops. And this is Old Mill Road, just up ahead here. And the last time I came through here, there was a lot of construction down near the Humber River, so I'm curious to see if that's cleared up. Old Mill Road, and across the street is the beginning of Homesmith Park Road. Although if you were here turning right, you might be confused into thinking this is Homesmith Park Road. I think that is a heated entrance there to that parking garage, hence all the steam coming off the ground. That's probably to prevent snow and ice from building up. And here is the old mill on the right. And this dates back to 1793, when it originally operated as a sawmill, which makes sense as it was right next to a river, easy to transport goods up and down. And in 1914, it opened as a tea room. And it was later expanded into a large hotel with a jazz bar, a wedding chapel, a spa, there's meeting rooms, as well as a flower shop. It's a rather beautiful property. And at one time, they used to host high school graduations, the Canadian version of what Americans call prom. In fact, this is where my high school went. There's the Old Mill Flower and Gift Shop. And the Old Mill Tea Garden, I think that might be the original tea shop. I'll take a quick peek into the property here. I have no idea what the rooms go for each night, but I'm sure it is on the expensive side. There's the dining room. I'll have to figure out a way to do a video tour looking around the inside of that property. Perhaps one good thing to come about that TTC delay is it seems to have stopped raining. It was raining quite heavily when I left my apartment. This is where the lost village of Milton Mills was located. Now it's time to head over the Humber River. This road is closed to local, or it's closed to all but local traffic. And if you're riding your bike along the Humber River recreational trail, you will find yourself getting rerouted to this old bridge here. So had I have gone down those steps on that overpass where I started this video, I would have came out in that direction over there. And here's that construction I was talking about. There's a trail up there I'd like to take. Let's see if I can get over there. So this is Etienne Brule Park. I think the sign says Basement Flooding Protection Program Phase. So when Hurricane Hazel hit, this was one of the hardest hit areas. There was some rather severe flooding. It's nice hearing those early sounds of spring. So I was thinking I would head up that trail over there. Let me just check maps here. I'm kind of being lured into staying down here by the river even though I'm running a bit late. Oh, it looks like I'm going to be down here for a while. Don't head up that way. I do have videos cycling along the Humber River Trail. There's some ducks. And I think this is my first time recording a video without wearing a winter coat this year, or at least from Canada. Not including my Toronto to Dominican Republic video. It does not smell fresh walking by this thing. And I can tell I haven't walked up too many inclines in a while. I feel like I could walk on a flat surface for days. As soon as I start going uphill, I start to get out of breath a little bit. And the Humber River falls in that direction. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it goes for about 124 kilometers. And this is Humberview Road. I think there's a park just up there. No access, staircase unsafe. You gotta be kidding me. I'll be the judge of that. So it looks like I could hike up to the park that way. Or that way. I would say that. Sign is entirely unnecessary. Perhaps just change it to steps may be slippery. City of Toronto 0, Johnny 1. So this is Lessard Park, apparently. We certainly get the feeling that there's a bit of an air exclusivity to living in this area. And just to the north of here is Bobby Point, a pretty well-to-do neighborhood I've been meaning to explore. And this is Jane Street just up ahead, so I'm going to turn left here and head up to Annette. And I am glad I'm not wearing my winter coat. I'm starting to feel the need to take this one off. Maximum 30 area ends. So between here and the stop sign, you can floor it. And I thought this was part of the old mill neighborhood. That street sign there says Bobby Point on it. But according to Google Maps, at least, Bobby Point is just to the north of here, if I'm not mistaken. And we've reached Jane Street. There's a Cafe Havana Cafe. Coffee. Whoops. This is Hershaw Avenue. So just to the south of me in the other direction at Bloor Street is Jane Station. Bobby Point gates welcome you. Golden Gecko coffee. That street name is Methuen Avenue. So I'm actually meeting Henry from the Toronto Tech and Transit channel. I'm just firing him a message and I'm almost there. There might be some others joining us. There goes a 35 Jane bus. I imagine this video will be a good example of just how noisy these main streets are, and all the vehicle traffic. It was really noisy where I started off on that stretch of Bloor Street. Venezuelan street food, burgers, hot dogs, sandwiches. So coming up at this next intersection on the left is Bobby Point Road. And on the right is Annette Street. And I recently did an e-scooter ride that went along Annette Street. There's the Queen Margarita Pizza. I think that's Henry. All right, I'm going to cross here. And I think we're going to a cafe in this area. I could kind of go for some pizza. It is Henry from Toronto Tech and Transit. We meet once more.
The man right here.
Good to see you, sir. Sorry I'm late. We can...
Oh, TTC is...
You know, I am such a punctual person. I am never late for anything, and both times I meet you, I am late. It actually drives me nuts when people are late. Like, I've ended relationships just due to perpetual lateness.
Oh.
Like, I can't stand it. I think there's nothing more inconsiderate than discarding someone else's time. And here I am twice late.
Hello, Johnny's Drive viewers. That's the man right there. And the TTC. It's unpredictable. Unpredictable.
So I'll throw a link down to Henry's channel in the description. We also did a video together a few weeks ago. I'll put that. We did 2 videos together, one on each of my channels. And he's done a live stream with me as well, and I'm sure he'll do another one in the very near future. Where are we going? Just over here?
Right here. The one thing is, they don't have any seating inside, so I want to ask you.
Oh, all right.
Places,
we might have to figure out something here.
Yeah, this place doesn't have any chocolate cake. I saw so many bakeries already, no chocolate cake. And cafes.
Does it have to be a chocolate cake?
Well, that's Yogi's favorite.
Or...
Happy birthday, Yogi!
All right, well, here, let's just go here for 1 second. I just want to go somewhere a little quieter. Yeah. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one, starting on Bloor Street over the Humber River, walking through Old Mill, making my way through the Old Mill neighborhood into Bobby Point. And now we're going to figure out a place to grab a cake and possibly some lunch. So if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. And there is a super thanks button if you wish to say that. Thanks that way appearing below the video. Anywho, thank you for watching. Stay warm, stay safe, and we will, what do we say, Henry?
Catch you on the next one.
All right, yoink.